Playhouse 194.0 and Amy K. You wake up some mornings and you question your decisions. You ever been there?
Questioning my decision?
Yeah.
Yes, I have been there.
What in the world was I thinking? We call that a morning after story.
Fun nights turned into awkward mornings.
She's an awkward, nerdy kid.
This is The Morning After with the Playhouse.
And today, kind of looking back on some choices, going, I don't know if I want to go back in that situation. Is Playhouse family member Cassie? What happened there, Cass? Tell us about this person and what you did.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea how bad this one was. So, I matched with this guy, and honestly, he came up with what I thought was like one of the cutest dates I've ever heard. He invited me over to his house to sit by the fire and make s'mores. I was like, oh my gosh, like that's actually creative, you know? Like everybody will do dinner or drinks, and he's like, let's make a fire and make s'mores, which I thought was just absolutely adorable.
This is a fantastic date idea, actually. There's people that are going to steal this
Yeah,
now.
so what, you just had a little bonfire in the backyard?
Well, I thought that it was just going to be a bonfire in the backyard. You know, maybe we snuggle up in the log. That's what I'm imagining. So anyway, I get there, and he's got the chairs set up. He gets the fire going. And he's so sweet. And then he's like, shoot, like, I forgot the Hershey bars. Could you run in and grab them, like, in the garage freezer? So I was like, okay, sure. I go into the garage, and I realize that there's two chest freezers. And I open up the first one, and I actually almost had a heart attack. Because, okay, staring back at me was a face.
What?
Fully a dog's face.
In the
Obviously,
freezer?
Yes.
He had a dog in his
actual
freezer,
dog,
like a frozen dog?
genuinely a frozen dog. But
Stop.
I honestly couldn't even process it. I just screamed and slammed it shut like as fast as I possibly could. I was literally just frozen. Oh my gosh. Pun intended. Not intended.
What the
So
crap?
sorry. I didn't even realize I said, but okay. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm literally on a date with a serial killer. Like, wouldn't anybody think that? So to start, like, trying to convince myself that that wasn't actually what I saw, I opened up the other freezer, and thank God it's just, like, chocolate bars and normal freezer stuff.
Listen, I think I open up freezer number 1 and there's any sort of body in there. I'm not sure. I'm like, what's in number 2?
Two? Oh, no.
And behind number 2. Yeah.
I mean, I was genuinely in denial. I couldn't believe that this was what I actually saw, so I was just like, I had no idea what to do. But then it starts to, like, actually sink in, and I'm just shaking. And I grab the candy, I run back outside, and I'm like, can you please explain to me why there's a face in your freezer? And he just looks at me, and he suddenly gets really, really sad. And he's like, oh my gosh, you opened the wrong one. And apparently his dog had passed away a few weeks earlier. And he was just devastated because he couldn't figure out what he wanted to do, like if he wanted to like bury her or cremate her or something. So basically, while he was figuring it out, he wrapped her up and put her in the extra freezer where he usually stores deer meat. And of course, I just like felt terrible because I've just accused this guy of murder while he's grieving. And he just was sat there, you know, by the fire, and we like tried to, you know, move past it and just make s'mores. And he was really, really nice, which just kind of made me feel worse. But the date itself was like really great after we got past that. But also, like, literally every time I took a bite of the s'mores, I was just thinking about the dog's face staring at me in the freezer. Oh, yeah. And I don't know. I don't know if this just makes me sound totally awful. Like, you can't judge somebody while they're grieving, but I actually don't think I can go back.
You're not going to see him again? It was his pet dog. I feel terrible for this man.
I mean, I feel terrible for him, but I also just kind of think I'm a bit traumatized. Like, it's really hard to kind of build yourself back up after you've, like, seen this person's dead pet on a first date. But he does seem like a really, really sweet guy. So I just wish that this hadn't happened. Like, if I had had the context, I would know, you know, like, it wouldn't have been so bad.
You think if he told you first, hey, make sure you go to the second freezer, because if you open the first one, my pet dog who passed away is in there frozen, would have made this better?
I would have rather just stayed there and tended to the fire while, if he
That's
knew
true.
he had a dead dog in the freezer, why didn't he just go and, like, not, so I don't run the risk of, like, you know, walking in on a dead body?
Yeah.
I do think he should have warned you. That makes a lot of sense to me. If he could have gave you some sort of heads up, like, you know, it's the one on the left or the furthest one from the door, you know, whatever the case is. Like, just tell somebody, like, make sure you don't open the one with a frozen dog in there. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe, and I want to think that maybe he was just like excited about the date and like it was, off of his mind for a little bit, which is so sweet. And then, of course, kind of just makes me feel worse at the end of the day.
I bet you can still see the like dongs on like the frost on the whiskers when you close your eyes.
Yeah. Oh, it was a really cute dog too, which probably sounds really, really creepy to say, but she seemed really cute. And then afterwards, he was talking about like how she was such a good girl. Yeah, it's just really, really hard to come back from that after everything.
Well, it makes for an interesting story. I'm sorry you went through that though. That's creepy.
Yeah, really, really creepy. I hope that he finds somebody though, because definitely a really nice guy. Definitely not a serial killer.
I still think you're writing the guy off a little soon, but you got to do what's right for you.
Agree. I feel bad for him. And especially since you had such a nice date, like he planned something creative. I think the bonfire idea was so cute. You even said it was good. I mean, yes, that is a major moment to open a freezer and see a dead dog. But I feel for him.
Wait, you go in there looking for, was it the candy for the s'mores, and you see a face that's, very different.
So when Ziggy passed away, my sister's a vet tech, and I called her because I didn't know what to do. I've never had like an animal of my own die right there.
That's
so
sad.
I called her, and she's like, "Well, you either have to like take him to like a vet, or if you can't right now, because she didn't know like if anywhere would be open, she's like, you can put him in the freezer and wait." At least this guy had separate freezers in his garage. My sister was suggesting I put it in the freezer in my home with my food.
Had she opened this up and the Hershey bar has been like tucked in between his face and his paw, frozen there, almost like he was chewing them. Like, how they hold the bones so cute? Mm-hmm. Would you have taken them out and been like, here's your candy?
No, I'd also be like, clearly this dog got into chocolate. That's why he's in the freezer.
Guess we know what happened.
Yeah.